And welcome back to Golf Center. I don't know about you people, one of my favorite places here in the Low Country is the Colleton River Plantation.
Beautiful place.
And we're very lucky to be joined in this segment by the Director of Instruction out there, Mr. David LaPour. David, thank you for being with us today.
Hey Chris, thanks for having me.
Tell us about the Colleton River Golf Academy and what's going on out there.
Well, you know, our Colleton River Golf Academy is an amenity that we have at the club that networks 7 PGA golf professionals that we have on staff with the membership, and it's really designed to help them with playing better golf and enjoying these golf courses. As you know, the courses are magnificent, and the members need a lot of help when they're playing those courses. So we have a tendency to try to help them along and help each other grow as golf professionals.
Yeah, that's big boy golf out there.
Yeah, it is. You better have your A game when you play out there. David, what does the Academy promote, and how do the students and the members find success through that program?
Well, you know, Pete, we start with our teaching philosophy, which is managing your golf game. And in a nutshell, we try to help the student play better golf by showing them a little bit of technique on what to do, whether it's putting, full swing, or short game. And then we give them the responsibility of practicing correctly and then going out and playing and executing. So it's kind of a comprehensive program, and it's not just lessons. We have golf clinics, we have golf schools. We do get golf ready programs, charity events. So it's kind of a comprehensive program, but the main gist of the Golf Academy are the 7 building blocks that allow the students to get better.
So David, you and I talked a little bit before we came on about the 7 building blocks. Could you elaborate on that a little bit for our viewers?
Sure, Chris. You know, the 7 building blocks basically are putting, short game, full swing, mental game, playing, equipment, and fitness. Now, you might be a student that you know, is a good putter, but maybe your short game isn't so good. So we might leave you alone with your putting, but we might take a look at your short game. The important thing about the building blocks are they're based a little bit on science and a little bit on art. And we kind of go through a little bit of a process to help the student understand what basically works best for them. We had a student the other day do a full swing evaluation, and we went right away into the fitness, and I asked him to touch his toes, and he couldn't touch his toes. And I said, you know what, your hamstrings are so tight that your golf swing is being affected by your hamstrings, and he was coming over the top. And so he was really suffering from a fitness problem, not necessarily a golf swing problem. So they do overlap, but it's a great foundation for the students to own up to their golf swing and play better golf.
Now, I know a few of you and a few of the other pros out there are, like myself, TPI certified by the Titleist Performance Institute. You incorporate their program of fitness into what you're doing there. You just talked about somebody's hamstrings. Why don't you elaborate a little bit on what somebody might go through if they want kind of a full fitness look over before they get out there and start doing, you know,
Sure,
the golf part?
That's, you know, that's a big deal. And I don't know if it was such a big deal a long time ago. You know, I think Gary Player was right 30, 40 years ago when he said fitness is a big deal. And nowadays, fitness is a lot of the components that make up the golf swing, and it's really important to have good health to prolong your, you know, longevity in golf. And if you want to play healthy, you want to play good, you're going to have to be somewhat fit. The TPI program is a great program. They've got a great website that I steer our members to all the time. All the building blocks, by the way, have some kind of specialty in it. The fitness is TPI, you know, our equipment is the TrackMan, our putting is kind of based on the Pell system, and short game and full swing. We kind of experiment with a lot of things to bolster the building blocks to help them, you know, be current and up to date, so when somebody comes in the shop, we've got an answer for them on something they heard or something that they saw.
That's some pretty good stuff, David. You know, it almost leads one to believe that you should make a video, and I think that you guys might have one coming out on instruction in Colleton River. Can you tell us just a little bit about that?
Sure, Pete. You know, in line with our building blocks, and of course the property, Colleton River Plantation Club is such a beautiful place that in the future we're going to be videotaping some golf tips that we're going to feature here on the Golf Channel, and that are going to cover the building blocks: putting, short game, full swing, even playing, and the mental game. Yeah, we talk about that as well. And so it's going to be a great opportunity to see a little bit of the science, a little bit of the art involved in each building block, and I guarantee you that the viewers at home will be able to get something out of what we teach as far as the building blocks, and it's a great venue out there.
When we talk about the building blocks real quick, David, let's go to the equipment side of it, okay?
Sure.
we've got some equipment that you think might not probably fit the person. What do you do?
Well, you know, we have 4 fitting carts that we use. We use Ping, Titleist, Callaway, and TaylorMade. And we might have a little competition, let's say, with the driver. A member might come to me and say, okay, what do you think of my driver? And I'll tell them, listen, if I can't beat your driver, I'm not going to charge you for my time or my energy. If your driver is the best driver, we're going to stick with it. So we turn on our TrackMan launch monitor. I bring on about 7 or 8 drivers for them to try. I'm interchanging shafts, interchanging heads. And sure enough, by the end of the hour, I would say 90% of the students are hitting a better golf club than what they brought, and it's kind of a challenge, and they're happy to pay for our time and for the new driver, quite honestly. Once in a while we'll get a person who we can't help, who they're hitting their driver great, and we don't sell them anything. We just say, good job, keep up the good work. So that's a great way to get the person's equipment up to speed with maybe the rest of their golf game.
Makes me want to run out there and go take a look at my clubs.
Well, I definitely would like to go through something like that. That would be, you know, it's something that every customer can benefit from,
right.
No doubt. Equipment that fits them, shafts that kick in at the right time, and so on. Well, David, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to having you on in the future and doing some instructional pieces with you.
All right, thanks, Chris and Pete.
David LaPour, Director of Instruction at the Colleton River Plantation Club.